from WSAV, the station that's on your side. You're watching News 3 at 5:30.
In a News 3 military report, funding for Veterans Affairs, we have the latest in the battle to fund health care for those who serve.
And parents of school shooting victims want to use what they've learned to help others. We will tell you how.
And with the warm weather comes some unwanted visitors to our yards, and you need to keep a close eye on your backyard.
But first, we want to take you outside. This is a live look now from our Dozier Law Cam. Cloudy out there. Chris will have your forecast first right now. Hi, Chris.
All right, Tina and Ben, well, we are keeping a close eye on all the showers and thunderstorms. We needed the rain, and that's exactly what we got today. Most of us picking up about half an inch of rain, but some areas picking up even more than that. So take a look here. Alma, the most, 1.72 inches, and about half an inch in Hinesville and Savannah. The very latest on our Spiros Live Titan radar. The rain is coming up from the south and it is moving to the north. So right along the coast, if you look, it's pretty dry right now. We're not seeing any rain showers. All the activity instead is happening to the west of I-95. And we actually have a decent thunderstorm that is happening right over Hampton County in South Carolina. At 5 o'clock, we told you it was coming your way. It's hitting right now with the rain coming down almost an inch per hour at this rate. A few lightning strikes. It is moving to the north, and Hampton, the strongest part of the storm, is coming to you at 5:37, and then it will continue to move out of our viewing area. Not only do we have the showers and thunderstorms, but we also have a coastal flood advisory for Beaufort County and also into Colleton County. And this is in effect from 8 o'clock tonight until 11 p.m. Has nothing to do with rain. It has to do with high tide and astronomical dynamics that are going on at the moment. So I'll have much more coming up in the complete forecast because this is just the beginning of the rain. We are going to see so much more. All right, Ben, Tina, back to you.
Chris, thank you. We begin tonight with a News 3 military report. The Trump administration is calling on Congress to renew a program giving veterans expanded options for health care. But
as WSAV's Washington correspondent Mark Meredith shows us, critics say Veterans' Choice diverts money away from other important VA needs.
Acting VA Secretary Robert Wilkie says veterans nationwide are uncertain where they'll get their care because the program known as Veterans' Choice runs out of money this month.
We had to offer them choices that they would not otherwise have.
The program allows patients to receive care in private facilities instead of only VA clinics. The House is expected to vote on funding Veterans' Choice this week, but some in Congress are concerned expanding Veterans' Choice could leave other programs at the VA without the money they need. Senator Richard Blumenthal is urging lawmakers to ensure the VA spends money to improve its own facilities. Wilkie says vets will get the care they need.
It's up to us to target those funds where they are most needed by the people in need. So no, I have no fear about that.
The VFW supports the bill funding Veterans' Choice. In its opinion, the VA is not being shortchanged.
There's a lot of things that go into investing within VA to make VA better and stronger and more modernized.
Secretary Wilkie says the VA remains a robust organization, but he says it's not clear when President Trump will nominate a new permanent VA secretary. At the White House, I'm Mark Meredith.
In politics this evening, two parents of children killed at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School have announced that they are running for positions in the Broward County School Board. The new candidates announced their plans today at the Governmental Center in Broward County. They say their lives changed forever after they lost children in the mass shooting that took 17 lives and injured 17 others. They promise not to be single-issue candidates and say they agree the school board was where they both could make an immediate impact.
There's a confusing matrix of discipline programs that allows students like Nicholas Cruz to fall through the cracks, and on the other hand, don't maximize the potential benefit that we could be delivering to students. So I think that's one big shortcoming.
The Broward County School District is the 6th largest in the U.S. and the 2nd largest in Florida. Later tonight, we'll have special reports on school safety in both Chatham and Beaufort counties. Be sure to catch those right here on WSAV News 3 at 11.
250,000 children live in poverty in South Carolina, and their economic status has a direct impact on their overall well-being. News 3's Capitol reporter George Reed Godfrey has more tonight on a new coalition aimed at minimizing the impacts of poverty on children.
More than 200,000 children live in poverty in South Carolina, and its impact on all areas of a child's life makes it a complicated issue to tackle. That's why the South Carolina Child Well-Being Coalition was created.
There's so many domains that intersect each other that any group working alone is going to largely be unsuccessful.
The group met for the first time to see how each organization involved can help minimize the effects of poverty on a child.
We won't be able to strengthen families if we can't strengthen education. We can't strengthen families if we can't strengthen communities. We can't educate kids if they're not healthy. These issues all intertwine and intersect in ways that are really important, and together we will have a chance of making some impact there.
Statistics show that children in poverty graduate at lower rates than those in affluent homes. And that's why education is one area of impact the coalition is looking to address, along with the impact of poverty on families, the economy, communities, and health.
We know that poverty may prevent someone from having the resources to obtain an appointment, having the resources to obtain adequate food, having the resources to even obtain adequate housing.
The coalition will work on developing programs and policies to improve outcomes for children living in poverty. South Carolina ranks 39th in the nation for overall child well-being. In Columbia, Georgia Godfrey, WSAV News 3.
And South Carolinians can cast their in-person absentee votes for the upcoming primaries. You can vote from 9 to 4 on Wednesdays at the Beaufort office on John Galt Road and the Bluffton office on Ulmer Road. Both offices will open from 9 to 1 on Saturday, June 9th, and the last day for in-person voting is Monday, June 11th. Early voting is underway in Chatham County, and there are some new locations open to take your vote. You can still vote at the county's main office on Eisenhower Drive from 8 to 6. The Civic Center and Mosquito Control are both open to voters between 9 and 4. And you can also stop by either the Islands or the Southwest Libraries from 10 to 4. Early voting is happening through the end of the work week at all locations.
Tonight is the first of 4 town hall meetings if you live in District 3. Alderman John Hall is hosting it at the Eli Whitney Complex beginning at 6 tonight. The second meeting is tomorrow night at 6 at Whitfield United Methodist Church. Also today, Savannah District 6 Alderman Tony Thomas is starting his listening sessions on the city's south side. The first meeting begins at 6:30 tonight at Spiva Law Group building. There is another session happening tomorrow at 6:30 at the Elks Lodge.
In news you need to know tonight, the weather is heating up and snakes are becoming more active and making their way back into our yards. The reptiles are cold-blooded, of course, which means their body temperature is determined by the climate and environment. So peak times for snake sightings are early mornings and late evenings when temperatures are cooler. When the heat gets into the 90s, you'll find them cooling off in shaded areas. The best way to avoid being bitten is to leave the snakes alone. They are more afraid of you, we're told, than you are of them, and they only attack when they feel threatened.
The vast majority of the time, 95% of all snake bites occur when you're trying to kill the snake or you're trying to catch the snake. Moral of the story, leave them alone. They don't want to bite you. You're too big for them to eat. They're only biting in defense.
Experts say the majority of snakes found in yards are not venomous. If you are bitten by a snake, though, go to the nearest hospital.
A high school graduation is a big deal, but sometimes it's hard for everyone in the family to make it to the ceremony, especially those happening in the middle of the week. But we don't want you to worry. WSAV is on your side. News 3 will live stream all of the graduation ceremonies taking place at the Savannah Civic Center. We will have a banner at the top of our homepage at WSAV.com. Johnson, Savannah Arts, and Savannah Early College kick things off next Tuesday morning. And to check out the full schedule, simply log on to WSAV.com/graduation. WSAV also cares about our community and what matters to you. If you have a question or a concern, email us at vov@wsav.com. We may just air your story in our next Voice of the Viewer report. You can also call into our Voice of the Viewer phone bank happening tomorrow evening during our newscast at 5, 5:30, and 6.
Still ahead tonight, we've all heard the big news about sports betting, and now we're taking a closer look at what is coming next for the gaming industry. Stay with us. You're watching WSAV News 3 at 5:30.
Behind me, you see a headboard and an empty bed frame, but what you don't see is the mattress. That's because it, along with several other items, were stolen here from the St. Jude Dream Home. Coming up at 6, we're on your side with the latest on the investigation for who could be responsible and how you can help the kids rally today at St. Jude.
back to News 3 at 5:30 with Tina Tyashaw, Ben Singer, and Chief Meteorologist Chris Allred. WSAV News 3 on your side.
The Supreme Court has ruled states are free to allow sports betting if they choose to.
News 3's Alexandra Limon reports from Washington on what's next for the gaming industry.
Congresswoman Dina Titus knows a thing or two about gambling. She represents the Nevada district that includes Las Vegas. Titus says the Supreme Court decision to allow sports betting outside of Nevada is a good thing, and she doesn't believe it'll take business away from Las Vegas.
I think it will take away from that illegal market that's out there that's about $150 billion, but Las Vegas is a destination.
Senator Orrin Hatch was one of the original authors of the law that prohibited sports gambling outside of Nevada. It's the law the Supreme Court ruled unconstitutional.
So I was surprised that the court came out with that particular opinion, but it's an opinion of freedom.
Senator Orrin Hatch says the integrity of sports is at stake, and he plans to introduce new legislation to protect honesty in the athletic arena. But Congresswoman Titus says she's concerned about federal overregulation.
Nevada's been doing this for a long time. We do it very well. We're the gold standard. Look to us. Don't just reinvent the wheel.
Sarah Slane with the American Gaming Association expects sports betting in New Jersey to be up and running by Memorial Day. She says more states will soon follow.
If the policy's done the right way, this could be a multi-billion-dollar opportunity for states to retain that tax money that right now is going offshore.
Slane says the sports betting industry could also create hundreds of thousands of jobs around the country. In Washington, Alexandra Limon.
Now, Storm Team 3 weather, powered by Sparrow's live Titan radar.
Well, finally, we get a lot of rain in the coastal empire and low country, and this is only the beginning of much more to come. So take a look. Over the last 24 hours, a lot of us have picked up about ½ an inch, including Savannah and Hinesville. Not so much in Beaufort and Brunswick, but you have to take a look here at Alma. Almost 2 inches of rain just today, and that rain is still coming down. So we're starting to help out with the drought because we were running more than 6 inches below normal, but now that has dropped to 5.7. And the chance of rain, it's going to stay on the higher end for the rest of the work week and even the weekend. It's the very latest on our Sparrow's live Titan radar. The showers, the thunderstorms coming up from the south and moving to the north. And we are tracking a few thunderstorms like this one right here in Hampton County in South Carolina. Over Estill, where we are tracking about 5 lightning strikes. Nothing severe, but we want to be very careful because the rain is coming down pretty hard, and we could even see some damaging wind gust. Also, we have Storm Tracker 3 out on the roadways this evening. Meteorologist Ariella Scalise and photojournalist Drew Hunt, they're out there as we speak. They just got into Bullitt County right along I-16. So we're going to take a look at what they are seeing on the roadways at this moment.
Storm Tracker 3 is brought to you by O.C. Welch Ford Lincoln.
Hey Chris, how's it going? I know you said you were yawning because of all the clouds. It is a very sleepy day, and we actually ran into some very heavy rain as we were leaving Savannah going west on 16. Now we're going north on 301 where we have some moderate rainfall coming down. Not too many people out and about right now, so we've been pretty safe out on the roads, just keeping an eye on how things look. And we're going to continue traveling north towards Statesboro to see what the conditions look like there. Here we are on our WSAV Facebook page where you can always access the interactive radar. And as we zoom out, you can see where all the green's popping up. So just some light rainfall right now, but way farther to our north, that's some of the rain that we ran into earlier. So it was very heavy at times. So just a reminder, we will continue to watch this for you, and we're gonna have a couple rainy days coming into the next couple of days. So don't go washing your car because it's gonna be rainy through the rest of the week and into the weekend. Chris has more coming up in the rest of the forecast. Chris?
All right, all good advice, Ari. That's right, because with these storms, at one moment you will have heavy rain, the next moment even some sunshine. Because take a look here at the size of this storm system. We have it spinning over the Gulf of Mexico, and this is a storm that doesn't want to really move. And that's the reason why we have such a high chance of rain over the next several days. So in the forecast, how much rain are we going to get for the next 48 hours? This is on top of the rain we've already picked up today. Still predicting that most areas will pick up about 1 inch of rain. So your forecast for tonight, more rain showers, isolated thunderstorms, and it is staying very warm and humid. Overnight low of 69 degrees. Then tomorrow, we will have mostly cloudy skies, more showers, few thunderstorms, highs topping out in the low to mid 80s. 84 in Savannah, 85 in Statesboro. Baxley, you'll see a high of 82, and Glenville, you'll reach a high of 84. In the low country, 84 in Beaufort, 84 in Hampton, and Hilton Head Island, a couple of degrees cooler with a high of 80. With the 7-day forecast making the plans, Ari already said, not a good idea to get the car washed, and here's the reason why. We asked for rain, and oh wow, we're getting it, right? So the chance of rain will be 70% tomorrow, 70% again on Thursday, and take a look at the high chance of rain on Friday into the weekend, even next week. The chance of rain going to stick around. As a matter of fact, I didn't really see a dry day until possibly next Thursday. Yeah. Well, in tonight's time saver traffic, have an accident right along I-16. So we're starting to see some backups, some delays, and the latest drive time from 516 to I-95, about 10 minutes. Normally, it's about 7. And here's some good news with all the rain, too. The pollen forecast. Look how, I love that enthusiasm. Look how low it is on Wednesday and Thursday. Isn't that great?
About
yes,
time.
It is. We were downtown earlier, and I said to Ben,
she was sneezing.
Oh my gosh, this pollen is driving me crazy.
Oh
Wash it away for at least a little bit before it goes back.
That's good. All right, thank you, Chris. Coming up tonight, a celebration of one of the world's favorite sweet treats.
Plus family drama days before the royal wedding. Those stories and much more ahead in West Turner. Drama, drama, drama. Meghan Markle's family, and considering What has happened now, her father will no longer be attending the royal wedding.
And that tops our look at what's trending tonight. So Markle's father says he will no longer be able to walk his daughter down the aisle. The reason is some photos that he apparently staged. Here they are here. Thomas Markle said he worked with an agency to orchestrate photos of himself preparing for the wedding, and he was reportedly paid $130,000 to do so. He now says he does not want to further embarrass his daughter or the royal family, so he will not be attending the wedding.
And we are getting a look at Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's royal wedding procession. After the couple exchanged vows Saturday at Windsor Castle, they will take a 2-mile carriage ride around town. Thousands of people are expected to line the streets. The Queen will then host a reception for the couple and hundreds of guests at St. George's Hall on the castle grounds.
Go ahead and indulge your sweet tooth. It is National Chocolate Chip Day. Chocolate chip cookies are credited to Ruth Graves Wakefield. The Massachusetts woman was a Toll House Inn employee. In 1937, she chopped up a Nestle chocolate bar and put them in some batter. And apparently the rest is history. So the inn worked out a deal with Nestle Toll House, right? Wakefield gave the company her recipe and they gave her free chocolate for life.
Well, if you are looking for an exercise pal or some help around the house, this could be an option in the future. A company called Boston Dynamics released a new video of its humanoid robot called Atlas. The 5-foot-tall machine can jog, jump, do a backflip, open doors, and even lift boxes. Yep, lift boxes. No word yet on when the robot will be available for purchase or the cost.
It's not going to be cheap, though, we can tell you that.
Yeah.
Well, you don't see this every day in South Carolina. Wait for it. Can you tell what that is?
Is that a kangaroo?
It's a kangaroo.
Oh, wow.
It's a kangaroo just hopping along the side of a road. This is from McCormick County. The sheriff's office received several reports. Thought it was a joke, of course, given our location. The kangaroo was corralled by its owner back into its pen and is safe now. It is legal, by the way, to have a pet kangaroo in South Carolina, as long as you have a license for the animal. That would kind of make you do a double take, like I'm just driving down the road, like where am I exactly?
Yeah, did I really just see what I think I saw?
I thought I was in South Carolina.
Well, still to come, a new hope for those suffering from shingles.
What local health departments now have that will be a big help. WSAV News 3 at 6 is coming up next.